Hey guys, okay, so today is March 1st, and as you saw the clip from before, Kaysen is almost 3 weeks. He'll be 3 weeks tomorrow because today's Wednesday. We had him on a Thursday, so he'll be 3 weeks tomorrow. And yeah, you saw the beginning part of the video right before I had him. So I'm just going to talk about my labor story quick. I don't have a ton of content to really put out because I'm like not doing much. I'm like managing to fold clothes as I can and not really cook or do anything else. So we haven't been going anywhere, so there's not much fun content to share. But I just want to talk about his birth and what happened. So I shared this again in the clip before, but I will just talk about it now. So my water broke at or not my water broke, my gosh, sleep deprivation. Also, I am getting a good amount of sleep for having a newborn, so I can't complain. I'll talk about that in a minute. But I woke up it was February 9th. I was due on the 24th. So he was 2 weeks early. I woke up you guys had seen I had gone in like a week and a half or 2 weeks before that, because I guess 2 weeks before that, because I thought I was in labor. Well, this time I woke up with contractions and they were strong. So they woke me up out of my sleep. So I I was timing them. They were like a few minutes apart, maybe 5 minutes apart. I don't really remember. I was using like a timer thing. So they were a few minutes apart. This angle is bad, but I'm trying to feed the baby. So anyway, they were a few minutes apart. Then I was like, okay, let me get in the shower because I wanted just to see if that would be any better. So sorry, my washing machine's going off. I'm finally washing my bedding. It needed to be washed for a long time. So he's slurping. I keep losing my train of thought. Okay, so 3:30 a.m. I woke up. I was in bed and my contractions were going, and I was timing them. So they were a few minutes apart. And then finally it was around probably like 5-ish. Yeah, probably 5 in the morning. I got in the shower because I was like, oh, these are just super annoying. I was breathing through them. But I got in the shower because I was like, let me see if they subside, get in the bath, see if that helps. So Keenan was up at this point with me. And then I was about to get in the shower and my mucus plug came out. And it was a little bloody. Sorry if that's gross. But I was like, okay, that's fine. Like I lost my mucus plug with Cameron, but I feel like it was like a few days before at least I had him, I think. So anyway, I got in the bath. They still were not calming down. So we called his mom and we're like, okay, can you come over and be with the kids and get them off to school and stuff? Because like, I think we need to go to the hospital. So we get to the hospital probably around 5:30 or 6. And they check me when I get there. I'm in like a triage room and they're like, yep, you're 3 to 4 centimeters dilated, 100% effaced. Like, we're going to get you to have this baby. So so that was great. So then that was probably like 6:30 probably. So then at like 7:30, they're like, we're going to move you to a labor and delivery room. It looks like your water is still intact. Well, I stood up to go walk to the labor and delivery room and my water broke. So we were like, okay, then they were like, we're probably not going to check you again. Once I got to labor and delivery, they were like, we're not going to check you again till like in probably an hour or two. So we're in there and I was about to get in the tub because you can labor in the tub. My contractions were getting stronger. Keenan started doing counter pressure, which if you don't know, it's like when you're having a contraction, they push on your back. Like in certain spot, and it like helps take the pressure off your contraction. And that was amazing. That wasn't something we had planned to do, but they had mentioned it. I had heard about it and they mentioned it in the hospital was like super amazing about like me wanting to do it naturally. And like, they were like, do you want us to offer you pain meds? And I was like, no, please don't offer them. They gave me a couple of other options besides an epidural, which I was like, I didn't want them. But they were like, we have the ball, we have different things. So I was on there. I was on the ball. I did get on the ball a little bit, and that was okay. Like I was kind of rocking on there, but breathing like really helped. And having a natural birth, I feel like really is a mental game. So like you have to like think in your head, like I can do this. And I kept telling myself I can do anything for 1 minute. I can do anything for 1 minute, which is like your contractions typically are about a minute, maybe a little longer. But anyway, so I was about to get in the tub and I started having bad back pain. So Keena was doing the counter pressure. Then I started throwing up. Well, with my other two, while I was pushing, I threw up with both of them. So I was like, okay. And the nurse came in. She's like, okay. When she saw me throw up, she brought me like the barf bag and was like, okay, do you feel like you need to start pushing? And I was like, no, because she's like, you're not supposed to like have the baby in the tub. It's a lot harder for us. So like, you can get in the tub, but don't like it when you feel like you need to push, like get out or whatever. So as soon as I was throwing up and I was about to get in the tub, so I was naked completely, and then I felt all this pressure in my butt, and I was like, the baby's coming like now. So that was that. And so I got on the bed. Let me put you here for now. I got on the bed and started here's the baby, Mr. Biggs. Mr. Big. This is not a good, I'll show you a better view in a second. Let me burp him. So anyway, I felt all this pressure. So I'm on all fours on the bed, like just breathing through my contractions. And she's like, can you flip onto your back? So finally I get on my back, and probably in like 10 minutes of me pushing, he was out. So I think that it was amazing. First of all, like I'm really glad I did it naturally, because I wanted to do it naturally with no pain medicine, because I did have the epidural with my other two. I think that a couple things helped that. Like one being like it was my third kid. So the nurse kept saying third babies always come fast. So I think that was helpful because I kind of knew like what to expect. But not having an epidural, I feel like because you're feeling a lot more, like you feel each part of the baby coming out of you, like the head, and I was like you could feel it. It was just a crazy experience. So I feel like that kind of motivates you to want to get it done faster, if that makes any sense. So yeah, so that was that. And but it was amazing. I mean, there was one point while I was pushing him out, I was like, I can't do this. And because I felt like I was just like, it was just a lot of pressure. But they were like, he's out. Like he's literally, he was like out already. So, and I think something else that helped was that it went so fast, which, you know, that's helpful when it's not your first kid. Because with Cameron, I pushed for like 2 hours, or no, I pushed for like 45 minutes with him. I pushed for like 2 hours with Kylie. So it just like different things that like, because it was so fast, it was more manageable to do. I'm not like sitting in pain for like hours. Also, the fact that I never got checked again, like that was the only time they checked my cervix was right when I got there. They didn't check me again because I feel like if they had checked me again, maybe and been like, oh, you're 8 centimeters, like I don't know like how much worse it's gonna get, you know. So because I feel like with both my other ones, that is when I got the epidural, was when they said that, like, oh, you're 6 centimeters or you're 8 centimeters, and then I was like, okay, like I have to get it. So the fact that they didn't recheck me, I feel like was a good thing. For me to be able to do it naturally. But that is all to say, he came out healthy. He was 6 pounds 9 ounces. He was my smallest baby. Kylie was 7'9", and Cameron was 8'7". So he was like 2 pounds smaller than her, or a pound smaller, sorry, than Kylie, and 2 pounds smaller than Cameron. But he's been good so far. We're exclusively breastfeeding, so that has been fun. He'll be 3 weeks tomorrow. And it's been good. I want to get back to making some videos, but they're going to obviously look different. I feel like for the first couple weeks, I go through like a mental fog kind of just like not really, just kind of getting my bearings. I'm trying to keep a routine still, like get up, wash my face, take a shower, brush my teeth, like basic things, still do my devotions, just try to take some time for myself because we are sleeping in like in the mornings. We've been very blessed to have people help take our big kids to school. So I just kind of set my alarm for 7 and like, hey, are you up? Go downstairs, get breakfast. And I like text Kylie when the ride is here. And that has been amazing, that we don't have to worry about that. So I feel very thankful, because Keenan has been working a lot overnight. So we've been having a friend stay here when he's gone. And it's just been, we've been very blessed to have that. So yeah, so he's great. We will hopefully have some adventures coming out soon. I really want to get outside and walk, just to help my mental health. So soon, we'll be able to do that. Let me see if I can get a better aim, a better picture of him. Here he is. Kaysen James. Yeah, so you'll be seeing more of him to come. I love my Boppy Comfy Fit. I haven't been wearing it a ton just because we've been kind of sitting here in the chair recovering and not doing much, but he doesn't like to be set down much or even in his chair. He doesn't sleep much in his bassinet. He sleeps on me. So there's that. That's how we're getting sleep. So yeah, thank you guys for watching and coming along the journey. Let me know if you have any other questions about postpartum or what we do, what we've been doing. I don't know. I feel like every time is different. It's baby number 3, but it's been a while. So yeah, we will see you guys next time.